Welcome to day 579 of our Web3 journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They're an investor in Deso. So, Brian, Apple wants full control. Apple will not give NFT artists and collectors what they want.
Yeah, so it came out yesterday that Apple is refusing to exempt NFTs from the App Store fee, which is up to 30%, which is crazy, meaning that if you want to sell NFTs through an App Store app, you got to give Apple a 30% commission, which makes no sense because obviously if you buy an NFT for $1,000 and you want to resell it, you're going to lose a 30% chunk immediately. So if you sell it for 2,000, then you're only making $400 instead of $1,000. So it really sucks. It's really stifling the Web3 space. It's I don't know if it's really the best move for Apple because it is stifling Web3. Nobody in Web3 really wants to deal with Apple or iOS right now because of the App Store rules. Will it hurt Apple in the long run? Probably not. They have this huge moat. They obviously have kind of a monopoly on things, at least a duopoly between them and Android. So it's not really going to be a problem for Apple, but it is hurting the consumer. These fees are hurting development. They're hurting the consumer, of course, and most importantly, I think the NFT space. I think there could be a lot of functionality on iOS for NFTs, but Apple's just too greedy right now, and I think until that changes, it's going to be hard to really implement a lot of really cool NFT functionality on iOS in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, Apple's interests aren't in how much artists make for NFTs. It's not in how much collectors can make reselling NFTs. Apple's interests are in maximizing the profits for their shareholders. So until something changes, until maybe there's legislation put in place by Congress or the Senate, I don't think Apple's going to change anything,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, they really have this sort of moat in place where they can pretty much do what they want. And ultimately it's really not going to harm them too much.
Yeah, so moving on to the Deso blockchain. Deso yesterday announced a big partnership with Flux. So now Deso apps can integrate seamlessly with their decentralized cloud infrastructure that Flux provides. So the cloud infrastructure that Flux provides, Deso can now use these cloud servers. Uh, all that's needed is a basic Docker image for your project, and you can get started. It allows you to start to develop, manage, and spawn apps on multiple servers at once. Uh, it's this decentralized cloud server solution that a lot of people in the Web3 world are familiar with. It appears to mean that DeSo nodes are going to be run much more affordably than in the past. So I think this might be able to help onboard new developers, get developers interested in building on DeSo because they can build at a much cheaper price. So we'll have to wait and see how this happens. I think any collaboration, any partnership like this is big for DeSo and important for DeSo.
Yeah, and I think once the COO is hired, we're going to see more partnerships because I think one of the primary focuses of the new COO will be partnerships, reaching out to developers across chain, to other projects that might want to integrate with DSO. So I think this is just a start of what we're going to see probably in the next 6 to 12 months. But moving on, Ash Deso made a post on LinkedIn yesterday, and he posted that that Deso is actually hiring two new roles. And the first role is a virtual designer, and the second is a front end developer. So if you have skills in either of these two categories, you can apply. Go to Ash Deso's LinkedIn account. Uh, he posts some more information there. But also, I want to point out that it appears, at least according to what I've been reading on Discord, that Ash Deso may have been shadow banned from Twitter. And basically, a shadow ban is when you make posts or you reply to posts and they appear for you, so you don't know you're actually blocked, but for other people they don't appear. And Ash, it's Aditya pointed this out on Discord. Thanks to Goldberry, our unofficial intern, for pointing that out to me. And Ash thinks that maybe it's because he replies too much to other people's tweets talking about Deso. Maybe there's some sort of algorithm, or maybe he was shadow banned by somebody at Twitter because of that. I know in the crypto space, it seems like Twitter is a lot more strict, so they try and filter things out, and maybe they mistaken people as spammers when they're actually providing valuable content. That could have happened, and usually these shadow bans are only limited to maybe a week or so, sometimes 2 weeks, but he should be back and at it pretty soon.
I think it's all social media. They kind of, jump the gun on crypto stuff, whether it's them being cautious, not wanting to, you know, help somebody scam somebody else on the platform. I don't know what it is, but I feel like social media in general doesn't like crypto, the platforms themselves. So just another reason why we need to break out of Web 2 and get into Web 3.
Yeah, if this was on Deso, then he could just go to another node and his post will be showing up there. I hate shadow banning. It's just a dirty way to play. I think like at least let the person know why they're being throttled, because how are they gonna know what they're doing wrong if you're just doing it incognito and not even letting them know.
Yeah, and it's like people waste time making these posts, but if they don't even know that their posts aren't showing up, like why not just tell them that, listen, you're
Yeah.
shadow banned for a week. In a week, your posts are gonna show up in the search again. Why not? Why keep it a secret and let them waste their time? It's just
It's a
dumb, I think.
human inefficiency. Like it's making people waste time on nothing because their posts aren't even showing up. It's just pathetic. Just it's I think I have more of a problem with shadow banning than I do with actual banning on Twitter. Just because at least then they know. At least they're not wasting their time.
Yeah, so moving on, Clout Rocks. This is a project by James Barrett and Devin Flair. They're working with Mint Machine, which is created by Nathan Wells, on a new NFT project called Brutes. And this project looks absolutely amazing. So Mint Machine made a post this morning or last night saying that Brutes is their most complex generative project they've ever been a part of. It has over 29 quadrillion distinct possible versions.
That's 12 zeros.
Yeah, well, it wasn't all zeros. I just didn't say the entire number, but it's over 29 quadrillion. So Clout Rocks is behind it. There's going to be 50 rules that were needed to guide in this generation process. So when you generate an NFT using Mint Machine, it's going to take 50 rules into account to ensure that everything is minted correctly and the NFTs actually look correct. CloutRox posted that anyone who collects all nine brute body types will earn a unique Desomon and CloutRox collab NFT. So Brutes, they're launching on November 1st. I'm super excited about this project. I can't wait to see how they come out, what people get. I can't wait to see the rarities on NFTZ, to see some of the more rare ones. Also, congratulations to underscore Kata Sandy underscore for winning the raffle that Cloutbox held that gave away a free mint. So Kata Sandy gets a free mint on November 1st.
Yeah, love the project, love the team behind them, and I'm looking forward to uh, maybe minting one of these 29 quadrillion possible NFTs.
You're not going to mint 29 quadrillion of them, though, right?
I gotta consider it. I gotta check my Deso wallet first.
So D Social World announced their latest featured creator. We talked about this before. What they're trying to do is feature 50 different creators from 50 different countries around the world. And so far, I think there's been five. I could be mistaken. I believe there's been five. And today's featured creator is XR Metaverse RO. That's their Deso username. His name's actually Energy Kim, and he is from South Korea. So he's one of the individuals behind Metaverse RO. It's the world's first AR, augmented reality NFT marketplace, and it includes the MCATs. Many of you probably have seen the MCATs floating around in Deso in some metaverses. I think they're in GD virtual galleries, actually, in some of his galleries, in GDS's galleries. You can also see the MCATs at xr_metaversero.nftz.me. So you can apply to become one of these featured artists. I know Brian's going to play the clip of XR Metaverse RO Energy Kim right now.
예. 한국의 에너지 킴이라고 합니다. 데소에서 XR Metaverse Row로 활동을 하고 있고요. 이더 코벳의 소개를 받고 시작을 하게 되었어요. 정말 데소가 매력적인 건 요즘 웹3다 하는데 데소랑 다오다오 둘 다 경험해본 저로서는 웹3의 본질인 탈중앙화를 제가 겪어본 플랫폼들 중에서는 제일 잘 구현을 했다. 그리고 그렇게 로드맵을 착착 밟아가고 있다. 라고 느끼고요. 에너지킴은 세계 최초로 증강현실과 NFT를 결합시켜서 NFT 마켓플레이스를 운영을 하고 있습니다. 스타윙스, 팝스라인.
But like I was saying, you can actually send in your video to the social world, and you can also be featured. And if your video is picked for your country, you'll win $10. So pretty cool project. Love what the social world's doing.
Yeah, I love it. I love just like finding these new creators and like actually seeing and hearing from them in person. Like you interact with them on the chain, but you don't really get to really see them or hear from them unless they're posting a lot of videos and images, which we do obviously, but most people aren't doing that. So I want to move on to DesoFi. DesoFi has a new update releasing today. And the app, of course, it's the app, one of the original apps just for the Deso blockchain. It is now much faster. Multiple bugs have been fixed. MetaMask login is now supported. That's a big one. And one cool new feature is also unveiled. I'm not exactly sure what, but we'll find out later today, I guess.
Yeah, I love what DeSoFi is doing, constantly iterating Rabal. He's an awesome developer. Keep up the great work, Rabal. So Salil Sethi, another developer on Deso, he made a post saying that Open Prosper now has individual creator earnings shown for each individual creator. Again, they used to have this. Because of some issues, they had to remove it. Now you can go to your account or anybody's account and see how much that individual has earned on Deso since the start. So what does it take into account? It takes into account creator coin earnings, founder reward, diamonds, and NFT earnings. And NFT earnings include royalties, all the primary sales, secondary sales, etc. that you make. So this is awesome. I love this feature. Salil wanted us to thank Zordon for helping out. Zordon was a key component in getting this back on Open Prosper.
Yeah, I love what Salil is doing. Open Prosper, one of my favorite sites on the blockchain, just because I'm really data oriented. I love looking at data. I was like one of those guys that like read the backs of every baseball card and tracked every stat. So Open Prosper brings me back to that. I can track stats of creators on Deso.
Cecil Fielder, he had 52 home runs in 1993.
51.
Oh, 51. I guess that was a bad example. Anyhow, Brutal, Deso OG Brutal teases something that he's working on, and this sounds exciting. He says that he's going to build the fastest web app to interact with the Deso blockchain. It won't, however, use Deso identity. Apparently, Brutal's not a fan of Deso identity, so he's trying to build something outside of Deso identity. He said that he's thinking about building it with solid JS, solid JavaScript, to make sure no other app on earth can be faster. He said, quote, "Yes, you heard me right. This new app is going to be 3 times faster than GemStory, which is the fastest Deso app already. No limits." Exciting, right, Brian?
Yeah, Brutal continues to brutally work his way through the Deso blockchain. He's building so much, and I just saw like because of the war, 1 million Ukrainians are now without power. I hope Brutal has power because he's doing so much for this blockchain. Stay safe over there, Brutal, and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, we might have to send Brutal a generator so he can keep his electricity going.
Yeah.
So Deso Labs, we talked about this at length last week. We had Kanchi from Deso Labs on our show. Crypto Winter 2022 Community Hackathon. Deso Labs is behind that. They just announced that they're going to start putting out the names of projects and teams on November 1st. So this is exciting. Can't wait to see what some of these projects are that are going to be developed as part of this hackathon. New participants will no longer be accepted into the hackathon after November 7th. So you have about a week, about 2 weeks or so left. They also listed some of the participants who will be participating in this hackathon, and some of these names might sound familiar to you. It's going to include Aditya, Talha, Tawfiq, Diamond BC, Randir, Eva Social, David J. Ryder, Daryl Gold, Sean Slater, Dworkin, Clay Oglesby, Brutal, Top Videos, Stockler, Zorin, and Cryptidiot. So definitely some Deso OGs that are going to be part of this hackathon. So we're going to see some really cool things be made. I'm sure of it. Deso core team donated $5,000. I think there's $5,500 in prize money that's going to be given away. So if you want to join the hackathon, if you want to partake in it, there's a link above this video. You can click on that, learn more about it, tell them you want to be part of it, and I'm sure you can.
Yeah, what an all-star cast of participants, some of the best, and some names that I haven't heard of too. So I love seeing that, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of really cool things developed from this project, this hackathon.
Yeah, definitely. So as many of you know, NFTZ.me is the only place where you can post and view live timed Deso NFT auctions. Just go to nftz.me/auctions. You can see all of those auctions ending soon. Click on them. You'll see the timer. You can wait till the timer counts down and bid. I just want to highlight a few of them that are ending in the next 24 hours. There's several NFTs from a new project called Panda Rubicon. Brian, we were talking about this yesterday with our team at NFTZ. It's a really interesting project. I believe it's AI generated. It has rarities and rankings, but these rarities are actually based on diamonds, followers, likes, and reposts. So you can manipulate the rarities, which is really, really, really interesting how this is working out. I know I bid on a couple of them. The auctions have no minimum bid. They end at around 2 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely check those out, Panda Rubicon. Also, Spunk Art has some more Deso OG NFTs series up, specifically the F'd Up Cats NFTs. He has ending at around 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. Disruptivepreneur Deso OG has a Wormels NFT up for auction that ends at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. I love the Wormels. They're created by a 13-year-old girl. Awesome project. There's a Metaverse Land NFT that's up for auction. It's ending at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. A really cool one. Check that out. French Connector is auctioning off several of his Unicat NFTs. He has a huge Unicat NFT collection. He's auctioning some of these off, and they end at 6 p.m. Eastern time. There's a couple Bulby NFTs, and these are a new collection that I think popped up maybe yesterday or the day before. I think I just won one. I think I won the first one yesterday. These are super affordable NFTs. Definitely, if you're interested, you can bid on them. They end at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And finally, Death Deso. These are a project that I've seen up there. There's multiple NFTs. They're very, very interesting looking. Check them out because their auctions end at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. They have no minimum bid.
Yeah, and I want to quickly get to the top NFT bidders on the Deso blockchain over the last 24 hours, according to NFTZ. These people bid on the most Deso NFTs in the last day. Ambitious Lynch is number one, followed by Dead Metal, Crypto Dwang, Bits Patriot, Millhouse Van Houten, Divine, Degarnrin, Apertures, Pickle Joe, and Weeboos. And the top diamond creators over the last 24 hours, according to our friends at Alton Base, these people received the most diamonds or tips on their posts and replies on the Deso blockchain in the last day. Apertures was first, followed by Spunk Art, Panini, Happy Rabbit, Clout Women Unite, Regina Marie, Lil Lover, McMarsh, ECOE, and Sean Slater. And I'm happy to say we're not up there. And that's something we've been hoping to accomplish. Not that we're not trying to get diamonds on our posts and get engagement on our posts, but the fact that 10 people have done better than us makes us very happy. Keep it up, guys and girls and women and men.
Yes, and also I just want to say, because there's some people that believe that people pay us to come on our show or to report news on our show. That's not the case. I just want to say we never take money to talk about something on these shows. Everything's just news that I find, news that people, Goldberry sends us, news that you might send us. as a community. We just pick the most interesting news and we cover it. We do have a sponsor, NFT Tech, so they do pay us to be our sponsor. But other than that, no, we don't
Yeah,
take
yeah,
money.
I think we sold an NFT maybe like a year and a half ago to let somebody come on. I think actually Jody Bossert had an NFT from back
That's
then.
right. That's
But
right.
if you want to come on the show, just reach out to us and tell us what you want to talk about. We film at 9 a.m. Eastern time usually, so the timing has to work out. Otherwise, it throws our whole day off.
Yeah, so definitely just reach out to us. I'm best reached on Telegram. I think Brian's probably best reached on Discord. We do read our DSO messages. We get a lot of them, but we do read them. Now, I just want to talk about the events that are taking place today, thanks to Miss Katie Ann. There's a DSO on Clubhouse room with Spunk Art, Lisa Jane, Zian Mead, Jobs, and Rhubarb, but that actually started at 12 a.m. this morning, I believe. Unless that's tomorrow morning, but I'm pretty sure it's this morning. So I'm guessing that room's closed now. 2 p.m. Eastern time is Tech and Web3 legal office hours with Francesca Witzberg, Sean Tron, Michael Mara on Entra. At 2 p.m. Eastern time is Open Conversation with Juan Dolinsky on Vibe Hut. At 2:30 p.m. Eastern time is Web3 Wednesdays with Sean Tron and Caleb on Entra. At 5 p.m. Eastern time is Crypto Happy Hour with Shane Rayner on Vibe Hut. And at 7 p.m. Eastern time is Web3 Pills NFT Wednesday on Twitter Spaces with former Deso core team member Alex Valetis. So check those out. Alex is gaining a lot of momentum on Twitter. They're very interesting Twitter Spaces. And I just want to quickly welcome back some Deso OGs who had left for over 30 days who have come back to take part on the Deso blockchain in some way. Douglas, musician, super popular Deso OG who he comes and goes, but hopefully he sticks around this time. Chain Surf, that's a project that I loved and I know the community loved. We're hoping to see it come back one of these days. Megan Vita, one of the Deso core team members, she actually came back and she made a post saying, been following along with all the Deso updates recently. Bullish, exclamation point. So great to have Megan back. We talked about having Erica Ishaniz come back yesterday. So some of these former Deso core team members are coming back to see what's going on.
Where's
Also,
Maybeam? Come on, Maybeam.
Maybeam, where is Maybeam? We miss you, Maybeam. So 24 came back, and also Luisa, Lui5A, a Deso OG. So there's some OGs that are coming back as well. So that's all the news that we have for today. Everybody have a great rest of your, today is what, Wednesday? Great rest of your Wednesday.
Hump day.
And we'll talk to you tomorrow.